All right, Lee, man. So week 16 got kicked off last night with your Rams against the Seattle Seahawks. And that was a really interesting game, man. I definitely want to get your insight on the game and how that all unfolded because I'll just tell you my piece real quick. In the first half, I was like, it what it seemed to me was like, and I don't want to bring in any bias from what I heard today, but my initial thought was when I saw it, I was like, why is Seattle not throwing the ball? They just running. They running the ball. So my assumption was they trying to keep the ball out of Donald's hands. They don't want him to be the factor. And so, I was like, man, they running the ball. I think the fans was booing, it was like, what's going on? And I was like, yeah, this over because, I saw how you guys were, were playing good. I think you were up by 2 scores at this time. And I was like, yeah, this ain't nothing happening here. And then really I turned it off. I went to go do something else. And then I came back and then saw it was in overtime. And it was, so I went through and I watched the recap of the game, and I saw that 2-point conversion where Donald threw the ball like it looked like it went backwards so it looked like the call was correct based on what I see. I want to get your insight on that, but it looked like from that overhead camera he did throw it back. Man, your guy had it. He blew up the play, and then the other guy in the end zone had the ball pretty much in his hand. It was like it was a pick. It was like right there. I thought he actually caught it when I saw it. And then dude just, running back just comes and touches it, picks it up. So that play, that was crazy within itself because that just don't happen. And man, they went for 2 at the end. At the end of the game, went for the win.
Yeah.
So what I want to ask you is, one, how did you see the game unfolding? Because I know this is a tough one. And then should McVay had gone for 2, like when they scored, if he's thinking, but this is a question that somebody asked today on ESPN. It was like, should McVay had scored and then gone for 2, and just let the defense say, okay, if we don't get to 2, we got 6, and we just gonna stop them. That's just plain and simple. We just gonna stop them. So somebody was like, why didn't he go for 2? And I was like, you just score and then just stop them, right? So yeah. So anyway, all that to say, definitely want to hear your breakdown and your take on how this.
Where do I start? Okay, I'll address that question about should McVay had gone for 2. No, he shouldn't have gone for 2. So the whole strategy of this new overtime format, right, is you want the other team to get the ball first. Whereas in the past, when it was literally sudden death, that's what they used to call it, sudden death, meaning anyone that scores first wins.
Right. Yeah.
So when you the coin toss, the infamous game with Buffalo and Kansas City a couple of years back, that's what kind of kick-started this whole let both teams get a chance. You wanted to get the ball first and you wanted to just score. But with this format where both teams get a shot at the ball, you want the other team to go first. So we had the coin toss. It was Stafford and Smith and Jigba calling heads or tails. Stafford called heads. It landed on tails. And Smith and Jigba say, we'll defer, meaning Rams get the ball. And so what that does is it allows you to basically set the tone in terms of what you're going to do offensively based off of what the other team does with the ball.
Mm-hmm.
So when we get the ball, the whole point when you get the ball first is you score a touchdown. You score a touchdown and you kick the extra point. That should be enough. You shouldn't have to go for 2 when you get the ball first, because then if you do score and you go for 2 and you miss it, then all the other team has to do is score a touchdown and kick an extra point. You got to make it more difficult for the other team, and that's what the Rams did offensively, at least. So when we got the ball, we went down and we scored, and there was a couple of plays where I think they almost caught an interception off of a Blake Corum tip, but the linebacker, he just missed it. That extended the drive. Stafford finally, he hit Puka, we scored a touchdown, kicked the extra point. So now all the onus is now on Seattle to go down and score. And now they have a decision. Do we tie or do we go for two? And in this situation, because of the playoff implications and the seeding, it would not have done them any service to actually tie, because we still would have ended up in first place with the tiebreaker, right? So they had to go for two. So they went for two. And look, the defense, we just had to stop them. Right, we had to stop him from scoring a touchdown. We didn't do that, and we had to stop him from going from converting the 2-point conversion, and we didn't do that. That's not on McVay. McVay strategically, he did the right thing.
Yeah,
and a lot of things just it didn't go our way. With the game itself, man. So we were up, I think, 30-14 at one point. I'd say three things really really dictated, us losing the game. One was the punt return by Shaheem, right? So it was the punt return. The second one was we missed a field goal. I think it was like a 41-yard field goal.
Yep.
Right? We missed that. And then the third one was the 2-point conversion off of the backwards pass.
Yeah.
Which, when you look at it, man, that I still don't know how they call that a 2-point conversion, how that was successful, because they blew the play dead. Even they say they didn't, but they did. When you watch it in real time, a whistle did blow, and everybody started to walk away.
Right.
And my man, he picked it up. He didn't pick it up thinking that he scored or that it was converted. He just picked it up.
Right.
They gave it to him.
Yeah.
So I don't know, man. It was, and I appreciate what McVay said. He's like, look, I'm not trying. He's like, it's not trying to make any excuses. We're not doing that. We're not pointing fingers. We're not trying to say, woulda, coulda, shoulda. We just want an explanation as to what happened, so that we know what to do moving forward. We want to be able to course correct in case we end up in that situation again. Makes sense. But he said there was the explanation. It just, he never really got a clear explanation as to why they stopped the game.
Right.
They go back to the tape to watch the tape and then reverse and then say, hey, no, it was actually a 2-point conversion.
Yeah.
No one could explain that.
Yeah.
So, but you still give credit to Seattle. Seattle made enough plays to put themselves in those situations to be able to capitalize off of everything that happened. And we did ourselves a disservice by allowing, those big plays to take place. But yeah, man, that one, that game was interesting. It was, I have no words for it. I've never seen anything like that.
Me either. Yeah.
And yeah, I'm doing a lot of hummings right now because I'm pissed. It was really upsetting. It's really upsetting as a fan to watch that happen to your team. On top of that, it's like the refs really they dictated the outcome of that game. They dictated the outcome of the game. That with that play, like that shouldn't have been a 2-point conversion.
Yeah. See, I didn't. In what I was watching, I didn't know about that they called it dead, like the whistle blew. So what were they saying? Did they say
they said they didn't blow the whistle? Right. They said they didn't blow the whistle. When you play it back, you heard a whistle. There was a whistle that blew.
Yeah.
And everybody stopped.
Yeah, because I could see, I saw a buddy
everybody stopped.
come and casually pick up the ball. So it wasn't like it was like, oh, let me jump on this ball. Yeah.
Right.
Yeah. So it was like the play
everybody
was dead.
stopped.
Yeah.
The play was dead. But then they say, no, we didn't actually blow the whistle. Yeah. And then you have some people saying, well, if it was a fumble, and you shouldn't have been able to pick it. It's not a fumble. Like when you throw a backwards pass, a lateral,
right.
It's not the same as fumbling the ball. It's just a live ball that any team, any player, any one of the teams could pick up and advance.
Yeah.
And so that's what they called it. Yeah. It's amazing to me. Like,
yeah.
And I don't know if they may. I didn't watch anything. Like, I didn't watch anything
I
today.
know, I know. I don't blame you.
So I didn't watch any. I didn't watch any footage. I didn't watch any analysis. I didn't. I couldn't watch any football today. So I don't know if they came out and explained it or re-explained it. So I'll probably check tomorrow. But based off of what I heard last night and what I saw, it was a dead ball.
Yeah, yeah,
It was a dead ball.
yeah.
Yeah.
That's crazy, man. Because yeah. But I feel you because yeah, that 3 week stretch, I was enjoying them watching nothing.
Yeah.
I'm with you. Boy, I know. That's the light. What am I trying to say? The underlying thing is, you guys have the Falcons, and you guys got a couple other games. They got a tougher
Falcons and the Cardinals.
Falcons and the Cardinals. Yeah,
Yeah.
they have a tougher two
Do they?
games left to play. I think. Don't they play the Chargers? I think they play the Chargers.
I didn't take a look at their. Let me see.
I think they play the Chargers. I want to say.
They play no. They play the Panthers,
Okay.
and then they play the Niners.
Okay. So yeah. So. And you can't sleep on the Panthers because again, you don't know which Panthers team you're gonna get.
Right.
And then
Right.
with the Niners, they right there. They want to actually try to get this number 1 seed. So they
Niners
right there.
back in play now too.
They in
They
play.
back in play.
Yep. So that's gonna be tight. So it's gonna go down between you 3 teams in that division who's gonna be the number 1 seed. And so yeah, that's crazy, man. That was wild. But anyway. All right, so let's move on. We got 2 games tomorrow. We got the my Eagles visiting the Commanders. This one, I don't know.
These Saturday games.
These are Saturday games. Yep.
All right.
One is at 5, one is at 8:20. Obviously, I'm gonna always pick the Eagles in this, but I'm just a little apprehensive because I really don't know. We played the Raiders last week, and of course, everything clicks against the Raiders, but. This is a division game. We know Jaden Daniels isn't playing. They are at home, and they want to spoil stuff. I mean, this is just how it is. This is a division game. It's no. We're not gonna just roll over and let y'all do what y'all got to do. So, yeah, obviously I'm gonna pick my Eagles, but I'm a little apprehensive about this one. So I don't know what to expect, but we'll see which Eagles teams show up and what the Commanders do because I know Mariota has been playing well over the past couple of weeks.
Yeah, I don't blame you. I mean, this is the time of the season now, I think, where everybody's completely dialed in. Everyone's locked in. So you have the contenders and the pretenders being separated at this point. I think I'm not all my jokes aside, I don't have no more jokes in me, right? For for this stuff, right? So I'm just gonna go with the teams who I feel where they're locked in. They got something to play for. Eagles, they got something to play for. Commanders, they don't. I think the Eagles at this point, they're going to find a way to win this game. It still may not be pretty, but I think if they go back to that, just look, do whatever it takes to win, which it seems like they're starting to do. Just stop trying to force feed the ball to A.J. Brown. Stop it.
Mhm.
Don't do it
Yeah,
no more.
yeah, don't do it.
I don't care. They shouldn't care.
No.
He don't need to get his. They just need to win. So they do that, which I think is what they're starting to do again. I think they're gonna win this game.
All right. Another good one, man. This is also gonna go for first place in the NFC North. You got the Green Bay Packers visiting the Chicago Bears. And look, I've been saying all season that the Packers. I don't know. Micah Parsons is out. You don't have that much of a pass rush. Somebody's gonna step up, right? But Chicago Bears are at home, and this is. They want to prove something. They got beat a couple weeks ago by the Packers in their home, and I think they're going to return the favor. I'm going to go with the Bears because, I just think they're at home. They're in there, and this is going to mean something really big for them, and they're going to jump over a hurdle. So I'm going to go with the Bears over the Packers in this game.
Last time these two teams played, we both picked the Bears.
We did, huh?
Yeah, we both picked the Bears last time.
We did, yeah.
But I believe that they're gonna this rivalry where they are right now. I think these teams are evenly matched at this point. Whereas before in years past, Packers they were the dominant team. But I think these teams they're on the same playing field. They're gonna split. So I'm gonna pick the Bears again for this one. Bears at home. I think they're gonna take this one. Micah Parsons is out. think Ben got something for these guys. So yeah, I'll pick Chicago.
Yeah. All right. We got Buccaneers visiting the Panthers. Both teams 7-7. Game. They're tied up, looking for division
These some
win.
critical games, eh?
Critical, man.
These some critical games, man.
This is make or break right here when you're talking about making the playoffs or dropping out of the playoffs. Panthers are at home, and man, it's Buccaneers hadn't been looking good over the past couple of weeks. I mean, Mike Evans is back, right? I think Mike Evans is back.
Yes, he had a good game last week.
Yep, he did. And Bucky Irving
They
is
still
back.
they still lost.
And they still lost.
They still lost. Yeah.
They still lost. You know what?
To the Falcons.
To the Falcons. Yeah. That's crazy. This is tough. I'm just gonna go with my gut. I'm going with the Panthers at home. I'm going with the Panthers at home. I think I want to say Buccaneers so bad, and I think they're gonna have a great game, but the Panthers are at home. I'm just gonna go with the Panthers.
I'm gonna pick the Bucs only because you picked the Panthers, because this is a toss-up. This is the NFC South. These teams, I mean, and like I said last week, the Saints are at the bottom of this division, but they have the best division record in the NFC South.
Weird. So weird.
They have the best divisional, out of all of the divisional games, they have the best divisional record.
Yeah.
Right? Doesn't make any sense. Like, these teams, you never know what's going to happen. I don't know what's going to happen. I really don't. I don't think there's any analysis right now that you can carve up and put together that can give you a definitive direction in terms of which one of these teams are going to win, based on how each one of these teams have been playing the last 4 games. You don't know.
Yeah.
So I'm just going to go. You pick the Panthers. I'm going to go with the Bucs. We're just going to go down the middle on this one.
I got you.
Yeah.
This next one, Buffalo Bills traveling to Cleveland, play the Cleveland Browns. This one should be easy, but whenever we say that doesn't happen. But anyway, I'm gonna go with Buffalo, 10-4. They now know Kansas City's been eliminated. They should be one of the front runners to get to the Super Bowls. If that's the case, they need to act like it. So I'm gonna trust in the Buffalo Bills, and I'm going with them.
Yeah, I'm going with the Bills as well. With Kansas City out, Ravens barely hanging on. Bills, they've been hot as of late. Josh Allen has been playing out of his mind. Allen did not look good offensively last week at all. Yeah, I'm going to go with the Bills.
Yeah. All right. We got the Cowboys are at home hosting the San Diego Chargers. This is going to continue, man. This is going to continue for the Cowboys. They're going to take another L because my boy is going to come in there and he's going to do his thing. They're 10-4, and the defense is very opportunistic with the Chargers. They're playing well, and the Cowboys, they're hanging on by a thread. They're just about done, and I think this is the week that is really the pitchfork is going to be stuck in them. Yeah, the Chargers are going to win this game.
Yeah, I'm going to go with Chargers as well. They just, coaching wise, schematic wise, they're just better. They're bullies on that offensive and defensive line. Cowboys, they've been reeling last 2 games. I don't think they got that fight, whatever that was that they had, that was kind of propelling them on that little streak that they had. That seems to be gone.
Yeah.
So yeah, I'm going to go with the Chargers.
Yeah, this next one is I don't even know why this is a game. The New York Jets 3-11 with the New Orleans Saints 4-10. They only play good against their division. The Saints does, like you mentioned earlier. Yeah, I think I'm going with the Saints. I don't know who I could toss a coin on this. I'm just gonna go with the Saints, man.
Saints or the Jets? Who's home?
Saints are at home.
Saints are home. Shook has been playing good. Shook has been playing good ball the last couple of games. They actually look like they're better. The Saints.
Yeah. I mean, again, I remember they winning against their division, but
They are. But I mean, the Jets are the Jets. I'm going to go with the Saints in this one as well.
Yeah. All right. We got the next one. We got the Vikings 6-8 going to New York to play the Giants. The Giants, I thought the Giants, had some sort of fight. And I think, Jackson Dart is doing the best he can. He needs to stop taking them hits, or else he won't be around for a long time. And I don't, and according to him, he said this is how he always been playing, so he's gonna keep playing like that. So we'll see. He's gonna have a short career if he keep that up. And if he keep doing that, and now you're going against a Brian Flores defense, yeah, I'm going with the Vikings, because if he keeps doing that, he won't even be in the game. He'll get knocked out again. So yeah, I'm going with the Vikings.
Yeah, Vikings should take this one. And yeah, see, Jackson Dart, if you look at his college tape, he's been playing like this all through college, man. Even when he went to go see John Gruden, Gruden was telling him to stop doing it, stop playing like this. He's not gonna stop. He's gonna probably end up like Andrew Luck if he continues this
Yeah,
path.
yeah.
But Vikings are looking better. JJ McCarthy's playing better ball. Things are starting to slow down for him a little bit. Brian Flores, his defense is still, killer, man. He disguises like nobody else. I'm going to go with the Vikings to go into New York and pull out a.
Yeah, sure. All right, you got the Kansas City Chiefs, who have been eliminated against the Tennessee Titans, 2-12. I think, Kansas City, with Patrick Mahomes gone, they're still gonna, just because of pride purposes, they are going to, pull it together and get a win here. I don't think they're the kind of team that's just gonna, we out, so we're gonna give up. And I'm basing this off of the comments from Travis Kelce on his podcast. He said whatever games he's gonna play them as hard as he can. And no, that's whatever that is. I don't know what percentage that is. Anyway, yeah, Tennessee again. I think Kansas City's just gonna take this one.
Just because you said that he said that, I didn't hear that.
Yeah, he said that.
That gives me a lot of faith that Tennessee is going to win this game. I'm going with Tennessee.
Tennessee, yeah.
I
wouldn't be
that's
surprised.
false. That's that false bravado right there. But I don't believe Chelsea. Yeah.
All right, I got you. All right, next game, we got the Cincinnati Bengals against the Miami Dolphins. And the Miami Dolphins are at home. Cincinnati, with Joe Burrow, what's going on there. He recent comments, and I know you've been talking about this, but recent comments, he said, anything could happen. It's a surprise. I think the person asked him, about longevity and being there, and he say, man, stranger things have happened. So I don't know what's going on. I don't know what's going on there.
Look,
I think he's kind of checked out.
I told you guys.
Yeah.
I told you guys last week when they were playing the Ravens, he doesn't look like he has that fight in him anymore.
Mm-hmm.
It has nothing to do with him himself, but it's just the organization. And I felt like they were going to go in and lay an egg, and that's exactly what they did.
Yeah.
And I still don't see any fight in him.
Yeah.
I don't see no fight in him. I know you haven't picked yet. Whoever they play from here on out, I pick on the other team.
You pick another team. Yeah. I was gonna do the same thing too. I'm going with the Dolphins because I just don't see them winning. I don't see, not with how he's feeling and how you leading the team like this. Yeah, I think it's done. And one more point on that. He does have a no trade clause in his contract. I think that goes to 2029.
Yep.
So
it does.
I don't know how that's going to work out. So
he'll have to he can dictate where he goes.
That's interesting.
If they do come to an impasse where they can't, they feel like it's no longer in both sides' interest to stay together.
Yeah.
He will have a say in where his landing destination is going to be.
Makes sense. Yeah. All right. Okay, so those were the Sunday early games. Now let's jump into the Sunday 4:00 games. We got the Falcons against the Cardinals, and I'm just going to stick to true form on this. I'm going with the Cardinals. The Cardinals are going to be at home. Even with the Falcons win, I'm still going with the Cardinals.
You serious?
Yeah, I'm going with the Cardinals, man.
Yeah, I'm going with Falcons. I need them to let me down, man. I'm going with the Falcons.
Yeah. Keep it rolling, man. Yeah. Actually, this game right here is going to be an interesting game. Jacksonville Jaguars are traveling to Denver to play the Broncos.
Mm-hmm.
This is going to be an interesting game. This is really going to tell if Jacksonville is at that level or who's showing up for Jacksonville. They've been playing really well last couple games here. But the Broncos are continuously rolling. I mean, they lost. I think they lost their first 2 games and hadn't lost yet. I mean, just 12 games straight, just straight winning games. So with the Broncos being at home, Bo Nix, you know what? I'm going with an upset special in this one. I'm going with Jacksonville. I'm gonna go with Trevor Lawrence and Jacksonville in this one.
See, this is a tough one for me, man. My boy Trevor Lawrence going up against my boy Bo Nix.
Two of your boys.
I don't two of my boys, man. It's a conundrum. I don't know which way to go, right?
Man.
Jacksonville, admittedly, they have been playing better ball ever since they acquired Jacoby Myers, which they just gave him a contract extension.
Okay.
So check this out. Like, so he's been in limbo with the Raiders. That wasn't working. He asked for the trade at the trade deadline. Right? They appeased him. He ends up with Jacksonville. And then he just starts balling out, and Jacksonville gives him an extension, $60 million.
Yeah.
That's a good story, right?
Yeah.
And the offense has now been a lot more steady with him there. That being said, Bo Nix gonna light them up. Bo Nix gonna light them up. So I'm gonna go with the Broncos. That Bronco defense is nothing to play with. So I think you say Broncos at home?
Yeah, Broncos at home.
Yeah, Broncos gonna win this game.
Yeah. I like this game. I definitely gonna be paying attention to that. This next one, both of these teams are 8-6. Pittsburgh Steelers and the Detroit Lions. The Detroit Lions are really trying to get into the playoffs, but boy, it's looking bleak for them. They're on the outside looking in right now. Anything could happen over the next 2 games. Yep. I'm with you on that one.
Mm-hmm.
But I just don't believe in Aaron Rodgers and the Steelers. I just don't think that. I can't. I just can't pick the Steelers. So I'm going with Detroit in this game. I don't think it's going to make a difference with them playoff wise. So they need to win, and I think they are going to win against the Steelers. The Steelers are just 500 for me. That's how I feel. So I'm going with
the betting line. They got Detroit -7 on this one. They
really?
think Detroit. Yeah, they think Detroit.
They think
their whole touchdown. Yeah, 5 whole time. Okay, so I don't see the Steelers upsetting the Lions in Detroit. Yeah. I unfortunately, I'm picking the Detroit Lions.
Yeah, man. I feel you. All right, you got the Raiders. This is easy. Raiders visiting Houston to play the Texans. The Texans are hot. DeMeco Ryans, I'm going with Houston. That's easy.
Yeah. Matt, right now, Raiders could be playing against Boise State. I'd pick Boise State.
For real.
Anyone the Raiders play, I'm picking the other team.
For real, man.
So, yeah, and it's the Texans?
Yeah, the Texans, and they hot right now.
Let me put it like this. I'm not just picking the Texans. They got Texans -14.
Wow.
Right?
That's crazy.
I think Texans gonna win by at least 3 touchdowns.
Yeah. That one. Yeah. Anyway. Okay. Sunday night football. Patriots against the Baltimore Ravens. From what I heard, the Ravens are favorite at home against the Patriots. That's kind of a slap in the face, huh?
How is that possible?
Yeah, that's what I heard. Now things might have changed, but this was like a day ago. The Ravens were favored at home.
Somebody hurt for the Patriots?
What's that?
Is somebody hurt?
No, not that I know of. So anyway, I don't believe that. I'm going with the Patriots. I'm riding with Drake May. I mean Baltimore is at home. But I don't like what I'm seeing out of Baltimore. So I'm going with the Patriots.
Yeah, there's no way I see Patriots losing this game. Ravens, who they beat last week? We just called it, right? They beat
was it
the Bengals? They beat the Bengals last week.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Anybody could beat the Bengals, man.
Exactly, right now. Yeah. So yeah, man, Patriots got this, man. Yeah. Travion Henderson just lighting it up on the run game. Yeah, Patriots gonna win this game.
Yeah. All right, in the Monday night game, we got the 49ers visiting the Colts. And the Colts are, they got Phillip Rivers there who just came in, and it's not going to be looking good for the Colts. I know the Colts are at home, but the 49ers, they are going to keep rolling, man. They're going to find a way. They're going to find a way with that defense. They're going to do something. Brock Purdy, they're just going to win the game. So, yeah, I'm going with the 49ers in this game.
I would have picked the 49ers to win this game, even if the Colts had a healthy Daniel Jones.
Yeah. Even with a healthy Daniel Jones?
With a healthy Daniel Jones, I would probably pick the 49ers because the Colts have shown that they're a bit one-dimensional with the run game. You stop the run game and you force whoever that quarterback is to take over. Daniel Jones was a beneficiary of everybody. Well, not of everybody, but of Jonathan Taylor doing his thing, right?
Yeah.
So with him, without Daniel Jones, with Phillip Rivers, Robert Saleh is gonna eat this. Yeah, this isn't gonna be pretty.
Yeah.
This isn't gonna be pretty.
Yeah.
This isn't gonna be pretty.
I feel you. One question.
I got the Niners.
Yeah. So one question I got you before we jump off with Jonathan Taylor. I think he's definitely going to be. He's over 1,000 yards already rushing, right?
Been over, yeah. He's been over.
Okay, and I think he's close to 1,000 yards receiving right now. So this was a debate I heard today. Jonathan Taylor should still be considered this a phenomenal season for him since he's gonna break the threshold of 1,000 receiving and over 1,000 rushing. Would you consider that up there and kind of a MVP season? Not many running backs do that on a 1,000 and 1,000. I mean, what would you think about that?
No, I don't care. Yeah. Right now, the way that the team is playing, and the fact that even though they don't have missed a few guys, but particularly with the quarterback situation as well, they're not winning games.
Yeah,
they're not winning games, right? When we had Todd Gurley, he had better numbers than this over a shorter season, and he didn't win MVP.
That is
1,000. Roger Craig did that, right? Yeah. Thurman Thomas
and your boy did it,
right? Marshall Faulk did it,
yep.
right?
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
None of them won MVP.
Right.
Yeah. This was a time for him to do it when the quarterback play, at least at the beginning of the season, seemed to it wasn't as good. Yeah. But with Stafford, with Josh Allen, I think it's a two-man race between those guys.
Yeah, I agree.
He wanted to try to put Drake May in there, but Drake May right now, I think he's in strong consideration. So, yeah, no, Jonathan Taylor, had he kept his play from the first 7-8 games, and he was still doing that stuff, those long runs to win games, and then yeah, I would have continued to put him in that conversation, but not no more.
Yeah, I got you. It just puts in perspective what Saquon did last year. It puts that in such great perspective because he kept that pace up throughout the whole year, all the way straight through. Yeah, that's that. And for Jonathan Taylor to drop off like how he has over these past couple of weeks, that really puts it in perspective. I was thinking about that, and I was like, wow, that really showed me something about how Saquon was able to keep that going last year. But anyway, yeah.
I was watching some highlights, and they were showing LaDainian Tomlinson, right?
Yeah.
And I forgot about this. He had a season where he scored 31 rushing touchdowns. 31.
That's crazy.
So the bar for a running back to win MVP is high.
It is high. Yeah.
It's extremely high.
Yeah.
Yeah. So no, he hasn't. Unfortunately, he didn't keep up the pace. So I think he's out of.
Yeah. Definitely. Yeah. All right, man. Well, hey. See what happened with these games this weekend.
Yeah.
See what else is going on. You guys will bounce back, man, like y'all always do. And getting this playoffs is really going to see how it all shakes out and see what the seeding is going to look like. It's going to come down to the wire for sure in some of these divisions.
When you guys won last year, what seed were you guys going into the playoffs? You guys were the number 1 seed?
1 seed.
It wasn't Detroit.
Oh, we were 2.
Yeah. It was Detroit, right? Detroit was 1.
Detroit. Yep, we were 2.
You guys
Detroit
were 2.
was number 1 seed. You're right.
So y'all didn't have a bye. Y'all played.
We played
all the way through.
Who did we play in the first round?
Was it Tampa Bay or
in the first round? It was it was Tampa Bay.
No, y'all played Tampa Bay. Was it?
Oh, it wasn't them. Who did we play to these games here? It was the Packers.
Oh, right. That's right. Y'all played the Packers. Then y'all played us.
Yeah.
Then y'all played Washington
Mm-hmm.
to
Yeah.
the Super. Okay.
Yeah. Yeah.
Okay. Yeah.
Yeah.
That makes sense. All right.
All right, man.
Because Detroit was one and done after their
One
bye.
and done. One and done.
Yeah, it was one and done.
One and done. And so this playoffs is I think, man, this is going to be good because the teams in the NFC, you know, you guys and Seattle and I mean 49ers, it's going to be interesting. I can't wait to see how it's all going to shake up. But it's going to be tight, man. I don't think there's going to be like no blowouts and easy running through like last year. I think this is going to be tight, but it's going to be exciting. So I can't wait for it.
All right, man. Well, good luck this weekend.
Yeah, man.
Talk next week.
All right, then. Later.